Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And as you can see today, I have a very beautiful person here who will be sharing an exciting story about studying abroad, how she flew miles away from her country to the US to come study for 4 years. You know,
Okay, this nothing against my country. I love my country, but okay. So the government, students were failing a lot. We have a national exam. Okay, so students were passing a lot at first, and then the universities they had no capacity to carry all those students.
so if you're new here and you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please do so because I have a lot of exciting content for you to guide you on how to study in the US. So let's get straight right into it. So to my guest speaker today, can you introduce yourself to my amazing people? Let them get to know you.
Okay, hi guys. My name is Lydia Tafarra. My middle name is Danielo, but like it's kind of hard to pronounce, so I barely put it in.
You should have told me that. I would have tried to pronounce that for you.
Do you want to try?
Not here right
Exactly.
now. Not here.
And I'm an accounting and business intelligence major at Augustana College.
That's
I'm
a
a
big name.
junior. Yeah, I'm a junior. I have 1 year left. And I joined your guys' team. I'm a community advisor this semester. Sadly, it's my first and last semester, but I enjoyed working here. And yeah.
Yes, I'll ask you this first question.
Okay.
So, when did you start like thinking about studying in the US? Like, when did that thought like came to you? Like, oh, I don't think the like education in my country is good for me. I think I have to like explore the US higher education.
Yeah.
So why do you like? When did you start like thinking about that?
From a very young age. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have always thought about like I don't know, maybe I've manifested this all my life. I don't know, but I remember like being like third grade and talking about like coming to the US for college. I
Oh.
swear to God, I'm not even making this up. But and yeah, like watching movies and like that highly influences you to just think, college in the US is like kind of fun, you know? So and then after that I grew up. I became conscious. Even then I did not change my mind.
You head on to your dream.
Yeah, like the
Not
job
illegal.
market's not good. There was like a war going on. I don't know about, they can tell you in the comments. I don't want to get too deep into it, but the country, like the climate of everything, like politically, economically, everything was just doing not the best, not great. So and also like family, like my family, just like any other family, you know, if you can get the opportunity to come to the US for a better, so why not? So that's how I feel. Yeah, that's how.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the climates of your country, like the political, the like educational climate and stuff like that, like made you make that decision in pursuing your study abroad journey.
Yes.
So what process were in place when you when you decided, like you've made a decision, right? So
Yes.
like what were the steps that you took in
Yeah.
achieving your dream?
Okay, so if you're an international student, you need qualifications of like proof that you can speak good English.
Yeah.
So most of the people take like SATs. I took it's called the IELTS or
Yeah.
IELTS.
IELTS.
Yeah,
the
I-
English proficiency test.
Yes, I took that when I was in grade like 11th grade, like at the end-ish of 11th grade, because I actually before like I was trying both Canada and US because I have family like in Canada as well.
Okay.
So and IELTS was the one that worked for both
Mhm.
countries.
Yes.
SATs just work in like this country, I think, or something like that. I'm not sure. Maybe it's changed. It was back in 3 years ago. Wow. Oh my
That's a
god.
long time.
That's so crazy. I can't believe it. But yeah, so not even 3 years, like 4 5 years ago, because it was grade 11. Anyways, yeah, I took the test. I did pretty good on it. And then there was this app, like it's an app. It's also a website. It's called Common App.
Okay. Yeah.
A lot of international students use it just because you don't have to pay an application fee on there. They have set up a method, like a way for you to apply with application fees being waived.
Oh.
So obviously I don't have money and I'm broke. I didn't even tell my parents when I was applying. I was just like, I'm gonna tell them if it happens, if I get
Yeah.
accepted, if I get offers, then I'll let them know if I really want to do this, because there's also like paying like tuition. There's just, it's not as simple as like you're gonna go, everything's paid for. Like, no, it's actually really hard. So, and like, it's not a joke, tuition is very expensive. So I didn't tell them until like the last minute, until I went into, I had my experience, and then I was like, oh, okay guys, like I got these acceptance letters, what do you guys want to do? And my dad was so quick with it. My uncle, shout out to my uncle and my whole family. I'm really grateful. I have an amazing family. And yeah, it was really quick. Like within a week, I went into like my visa interview, and since like Augie gave me like scholarships, grants, and stuff like that, they gave me the the visa. And it was really quick. Like my flight got like my ticket, they bought it, and then they were like, yeah, good luck. Gave me a kiss on the forehead, we cried at the airport, and here I am 2 years later.
Definitely. And I'm so happy for you that I even like got to meet you, because you're an amazing being.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so just to like track back to what you said about informing your parents, and I want to like guess that you wrote this standardized test, which is the SAT exam, or the ACT, right?
The SAT, or
ACT.
IELTS.
Yeah. So like, which one of them did you write? Did you write the two, like the SAT or the ACT?
I actually I took classes that like can prove like my
that you have
it was like an English school, so we kind of took like courses that were good, like, you know what I mean, our transcript,
your numerical knowledge, general
algebraic, so that was on my transcript. So all I had to do was take the proof for the language. So I just took the IELTS, and then that was it. I never had to take SATs or ACTs.
Okay, so when you set up your Common App sites, so did you like answer all the prompts that were there, or like how did you like navigate that? Like, because I know that on the Common App we have filters that can like filter schools that do not make tests very optional, and also like you can like filter out schools that do not require recommendation letter, or like require recommendation letter, like stuff like that. So like, how did you like navigate, like you like
thankfully I had like my upper like I knew people that came here. Also, I actually wasn't in contact with the people here, but I had a friend that came here like earlier. I came at spring, and he came at fall, and he kind of helped me with like everything. But I'm sure like there are questions, and I filled them out. I also had like good recommendation letters from like my high school teachers. I think that helped me, and I got into like almost all of the schools I wanted, but Augie was just spoke out to me, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, thank you for sharing that.
Of course.
So another question that came to mind when you're talking about recommendation letter. So when did you reach out to your teachers about like writing recommendations letter to you?
I was on Common App very early. So like 11th, I remember when I was grade 10, that was 2020, that was when COVID hit. So everything was online, and then grade 11 we started doing like shifts, so we would go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the rest of it was like a hybrid. And then 12 was like really when we got in, so I didn't really have a close contact with my teachers, just because of like the fact that we do online classes as well. So 11th grade, around the end, I did my test, and then I was like for sure like applying and stuff. So right when I think I went once on summer just to ask like, oh, this is like if I could ask for recommendation letters, like their information, like their contact information and stuff like that. And then I think I reached out at like the beginning of grade 12 before I started, and then at the middle as well, just because my recommendation letters were from my teachers from the past year and not from my
your
current year. Yeah.
Okay.
So I had to like get to know them a little, you know, and kind of like build a
Cross that relationship.
yeah, and then we'd be like, oh, okay, please
Okay.
recommendation, and then if they like you, they'll write you a good.
Definitely,
There's no
yeah.
reason why they wouldn't. So yeah, that's when I got my recommendations.
Okay.
Start early, like the earlier the better for everything.
The earlier the
The
better.
earlier the better, yeah.
Okay, and when did you start like submitting your applications to schools? Common App, because I know that like you could like fill out schools that you want, and Common App uses like just one or like information that you like imputed first.
Okay.
So when do you like start like sending out those like applications to school? Like, oh, I think I'm interested in like in a school. Let me drop my let me submit my materials to the school right now.
Yeah.
Like, when did you like start submitting? Because I know that some people like doing their stuff like 9 minutes, and they don't take cognizance of the deadlines that comes with applying to schools and courts. Like, oh, there's a deadline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect yet. I had a deadline. I did it at last minute. Like, you know.
Okay,
But I made it, guys. The earlier the better. Like I said, we procrastinated. Actually, it was actually not our fault. Actually, because after we graduated grade 12, the national exam thing was really delayed because of the whole situation. Because, by the way, we were the first batch of students to go in, so they had to prepare for like us. So it was really pushed. So our transcripts weren't given to us just because of the fact that everybody just thought the national exam would be taken, and then we could take both our diplomas and our together, right? So it was kind of delayed because of that. But as soon as we got our transcripts, we had you can apply with like an unofficial transcript.
Yes.
So we did that at first, but then eventually some schools ask you for like your actual transcript. Yeah. So right as soon as they let us know like it's available, we got all the stamps, and then we submitted it. So I would say like around grade 12, like after it ended, but like before we took the national exam, like within that little gap, that's when like
that reminds me again. What national exam did you take? Because because I know that for West Africa we have the WAEC, which is the West African I'm sorry, please, you can complete that in the comments.
Don't cancel her, okay? She
West
loves
African
her country.
senior exam, something like that, certificate, something. Yeah. So, what exam did you write?
It's called matric.
Oh.
I don't know if it has another name. Yeah.
Okay.
So we used to it used to be grade 8 ministry, like, and then grade 10 matric, and then grade 12 matric. So basically it's like grade 8 is just basically everything you know up to that point, and then the matric for grade 10 is that 2 years, and then 12 is like the whole from like grade 7. I think grade 7 is when you start like chemistry, biology, like all the like higher classer subjects come into your classes. That's when they start like testing you. So that's from grade 7 to like grade 12. I'm not sure. But it wasn't, they changed it though. Now it's not like that. I think now it's like grade 6, 8, and then 12.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's called a matric. I don't know. It probably has like some like Ethiopian national test or something like that.
Okay.
But we call it matric.
Did you like translate the results, like your transcript? Did you have to like translate it or something?
I actually came before it even, like, I was in the US when I saw my results. So like, I don't know about other schools. Most schools don't require it as long as you have your transcript and then you have the English proficiency test. They don't really mind.
Okay. So wait, so the transcript that you have was for your school, right?
Yes, from my school.
Okay, and did you need to like want to translate that transcript to English, or like was it in English already?
It was on English. It was in English already.
Okay,
Yeah, it was an English school. Like the Miss Gibson. Hi, Miss Gibson's her name. Oh my god, I hate it. What if people from my school find this? Okay, it's fine. I went to Gibson School Systems or Gibson Youth Academy. I don't know. Okay. And Miss Gibson, she actually lives in Minnesota.
Oh.
And she's amazing. We love her. Yeah. So
Okay.
everything's in it. Yeah, we had like we took our mother tongue language like once a week,
Oh, okay.
which was controversial in Ethiopia, but
It's fine.
at least we can speak English and
Yeah,
you know what
and
I
that's
mean?
the
Yeah.
main thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to the scholarship side.
Mm-hmm.
So, you said that you got offers from different schools, but then you decided to go with Ogi because Ogi gave you the highest, I guess.
Yeah.
So, like, how many schools like give you admission with the materials that you have, and how many funding did you get from each school? So, let's take it step by step first.
Okay. So so what do you want me to answer first?
Yeah. So I want you to answer how many
Offers I got.
offers you got.
Okay.
First.
I got offers from like 4 or 5 schools. I don't remember. Again, it's been 3 years.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, so crazy.
But roughly around 4.
But roughly around 4. They all gave me. One was in New York, and I remember it was just too expensive. It was like 35K.
Oh.
With
by year
with grant. Yeah, by year with the grant, and I was like, wow. And then I saw the tuition, and it's actually like crazy, like 100 something K. So I was like, oh, maybe this was a good offer, shit, like, you know. But it is a lot. It is a lot. That's what I'm saying. You gotta really take into consideration like a lot of things because it's not just as plain and simple as just like, oh, I applied, I came. Like, no, there's like so much in between. But yeah, I just remember I remember that one a lot. But then the other ones like Augie, I want to say like South Dakota, like universities in South Dakota, like Minnesota is even cheaper than
You said you
here.
wanted to transfer before.
I did say
but
that.
you didn't.
I didn't. Yeah, just because like I just felt like a lot of people that I know are already there, and I just felt like I would just be reliving my high school, and I just wanted like to find myself, and like I wanted to grow on my own, like without the people that knew me from the past, or you know what I mean.
Okay, so how was the scholarship like for you? Like, did you have to like apply for the scholarship separately, or like the school considered you based on your application materials? Meaning like some institution like have this merit-based scholarship that you need to like apply for separately, and some consider like everybody like as far as you're applying as a first year student.
Yeah.
So you get considered for that. So like which was it, like which one of it like did you get from the school?
It was just based on my application. So the first, like after I applied, with my application letter came like the fees that I would pay, and it would just say like the grant, I don't remember, but like you get what I mean, right? The merit, and then out of pocket, So you see a clear. Actually, you know, we misunderstood the writing at first. Me and my uncle, we thought like the grant would be given to me here, and we didn't think it was subtracted from the actual
for fee.
It was chaotic, but we figured it out, thank God. But it was like horrible. We actually thought like we misunderstood it anyways, but it's fine, it happens, we're humans.
Different.
Yeah.
Okay, so how would you like say the percentage of the scholarship that you got from each school look like?
They're roughly about similar. Like they give you almost kind of the same. It's like I kind of focus on more of like how much you're gonna pay than like how much they gave me. But Augie was pretty good. Like Augie was like middle ground for sure. Minnesota, like Mankato State University. Shout out to you guys. I think theirs, for international students, they give really good scholarships. Yeah, but the thing is, like, for example, like I didn't apply there at first, like from the beginning, even because it's red flagged from like the immigration services. Like, there's a lot of Ethiopians specifically. I don't know about other like countries, but Ethiopia specifically, there's like 400 people right now there. So it's getting like overpopulated. So they're flagging, like they're denying visas. So I knew this before I got in. So I was like, I didn't even apply, I don't think. Or no, I did apply. They gave me an offer, but I just
Interesting.
yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, because I knew I wouldn't have got the visa.
Okay, So would you say like your scholarship was about like 50%, 70%?
It is like
Considering like what you have to
how
pay.
much, yeah. It's like from 80-ish, 80,000-ish to like 20,000-ish. So I don't know, you guys do the math. Wow.
But then like you chose here,
yes.
And you don't have to like pay much out of pocket, right?
Well, like I said, you still have to pay.
Yeah, that's like you don't have to like pay much.
Yes, yeah. Like I said, it's argue is like the middle ground. There's definitely, if you want to do it, like there's definitely places that are less expensive. There's even people that like even transfer to like community colleges if that's a, you know what I mean. Like I don't.
No, continue.
I don't encourage like taking loans or anything, because you never know like how long you'll stay in the US, and like you need like a co-signer. It's like a whole thing. So so especially like tuition is such a big part of it. And then next after tuition is like the programs they give. But that's just like as an internet. That's just I'm just telling you the point of view of an international student.
Your own POV.
Yes, this is my POV. Like that was my priorities.
Definitely, because like I know that like a lot of international students like love to consider what you consider like what I have to pay out of my pocket, and not just like what the school is giving to me. Because at times like if you get like scholarships and their tuition is high, the scholarship might not be too significant because the tuition itself is high.
And if it's like 100K and then it's like 80K, oh okay, like what?
So that's one thing. And just to like educate our viewers, I just want to know that like they have like I think 4 types of institutions here in the US. They have the liberal arts schools, we have the community college, we have the private institution, and we have the public institution. And Augustana fall under the private institution, but still like a liberal arts school. So what has been your experience in Augustana being a liberal arts school? Because I think a lot of people just need to know what liberal arts school looks like. Like it's not about focusing on just one particular thing.
For sure.
So just tell them about it.
Augie, it's nice. I like that it's a liberal arts school, just because it just makes you like think broader and like not in just one way. You're not tunnel vision. You can try this, you can try that, you can try, you have to actually, in fact, in order to graduate, you need to take your perspectives, and like you have to try everything.
You take science class, you take
you have and like
everything, humanities, and
and then at the end of the day, like you're just well-rounded, like as a person. Even it's not even just about like your
So something that I like about like liberal arts schools is that they care about your holistic development. Not just like you, or not just your career focus. So they want you to like find your true self. Like okay, you have to like explore those different classes and subject. Like once you decide, like they will not come to this like okay, I think I'm leaning towards this. Part and more. I think I'm leaning towards this. Then you decide by yourself. And also someone pushing you like in high school, you were good in mathematics, so you have to become an engineer. Or like you're good at acting, you have to like go for arts. Okay, you have to like explore like different things. And say, okay, I think in high school I'm good in maths, but now I don't think that's my calling. I have to like go to another calling. Which is quite good.
Also, though, I want to add, please take your major seriously, because this is not a joke. You can't be you can't come abroad. This is specifically for international students. You can't come all the way from back home and then become a film or like something major. You know what I mean? Unless it's like, unless you're like,
what do you mean?
No,
unless if you major if they want to.
They can, but like unless you're really passionate in it, you really have to focus on the job market. And like, because it's just gonna be money down the drain. Honestly, at the end of the day, if you think about it, if they're not gonna make a career out of it, if like even film, no hate to film and art majors, we need film. I love films. Do you like films?
I do love films.
Exactly. We couldn't have done it without you
Korean movies.
Yes. But my point is, just like, even if you're in that major, just make sure you can get a job out of it, because at the end of the day, like that's what like reality is. after you graduate, you need a job, and then if you don't get a job, you're gonna go back to your country.
So what you're saying is that you should like try to check the
Yeah.
job availability
Yeah.
for your major. Don't just like go into your
Yeah.
major without having like a foresight. Like, oh,
Yeah. Also, like
yeah.
trying new things is good, but then at the end of the day,
Mhm.
you need to have a focus. Like I said, like liberal arts school, amazing because you can, like, it's broad. You can
Experiment, yeah.
experiment, but at the end of the day, make sure you pick, like, the one
Something that
would
is
make you
demanded in
most-
the market.
Yes.
Let's just put it that way. Like,
Yes.
go for something that is
and also
is
something
more
that
demand.
you don't hate. Like,
Yes.
yeah, just like find
Don't
that
just
middle
go for the
ground.
money.
Yeah.
Go for passion and
Yeah, find that like good
Yeah.
balance. Yeah.
balance.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that.
Of
That's
course.
very important.
Thank you.
And what would you have to like say to people considering studying abroad, but do not know like the path to follow right now? So what advice would you like give them?
Just do it, like Nike said. I don't know. I don't know. Like, just if you're determined and you actually want it, you will make it happen. There's no, like, free will is a thing. You can just get up and apply, and if you just lock in for like 2 days, anything is possible. Like, especially with like applying, like you could get stuff done like in a day, 2 days, you know.
Yeah.
So just be serious about it. If you really want to come, if you actually want to leave that country, wherever you're from, you know what I mean, you will make it happen. And I know like the visa processes are really hard, especially now in the political climate of this country. But not even then, like, everyone was getting rejected, and I know it's hard.
Visa has always
but
been like that.
yeah, so no, don't give up is my, and I know there's also fees you have to pay. Like, in our country, when I went in, it was like 10K, like bir, like in our currency. Yeah. I don't know
For
if
the
it's
visa or like application.
for just like entering the interview, you have to pay 10K. So that's why a lot of people like just do it once, and then if it, my dad told me, my uncle told me, you're doing this once. If it doesn't work, you're not going anywhere. Like, you're doing your degree here. So yeah, like a lot of people, but just don't give up. If that doesn't happen, maybe God like wrote your story in a different way. So maybe you were meant to fail, you know, and try again, or stay there and, like, you know what I mean, build your life. Yeah, sometimes you fail like on
Definitely. Like, don't just like take your failure to art. You can see your failure as like a stepping stone.
Yeah, like just recognize your blessings.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, I'm like, you know what I mean. This is an answered prayer. You can, and then be grateful, and just try to figure it out from there.
Definitely.
Yeah, because sulking is just not gonna get you anywhere. Honestly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's go to your visa.
Okay.
So how was your visa interview like? How was it?
2 minutes. It was 2 minutes. I said, I called my friend the day before. I was so nervous, Dami, because, like I said, they told me, my family told me, they said it's one and done. Like, cause like my friends' families, they were so like adamant on like her coming here. So they were like, if this doesn't happen, don't even worry. Like, you're
Try
gonna
again.
go again. Yeah. And she had like that reassurance, so it was like less nerve-wracking for her. But I was like, my life depends on this. It's like
my short
literally. And then I just remember like we practiced like questions the whole like midnight. I slept at like 4 a.m., which is horrible. And then one of our friends, he got a visa like a week before, and he was like, I wore yellow, and I was like, bet I'm gonna wear a yellow t-shirt too. Guys, you never know. I don't know. Maybe
yellow.
yeah, maybe it did affect my, like, you know what I mean, my acceptance. I wore my yellow little hoodie, you know, like, and I was just like so excited. I went. It was a really long line. It was like so early. It was a long line. You like get patted down, like they take everything from you.
Yeah.
Very serious. Like cameras everywhere. No phone. No nothing.
Yeah.
You just have your like paper and yourself, and then they call out your name. Is it a number or your name? I don't know, something. But then like when they call you out, you just go. And yeah, the guy, a lot of people were getting rejected. I was actually like just standing waiting for my thing, and they take your passport. If you get it, they give it to you back if you don't, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just on the line, and everybody that's walking out has their passport with them. So I'm just like, oh my god, like I'm actually not gonna go. Like, this is horrible. And then I get to him first thing I say is like, good morning. Like, I'm just like trying to like,
Energy.
yeah, I'm like energy. Like, I'm like, good morning. Like, how are you? How was your morning? And he responded to me. I was like, and then he asked me a couple questions, like basic questions. Just Google them and go through it before you go in, because like after you go in stuttering and like it just doesn't like look good, you know. Like your chances of getting denied is just it's higher. So just basic questions he asked, like why Augie, why da da da, and I just answered. And then normally you would have to show like your bank statement,
your proof of funds.
Proof of funds, because once you come here, who's gonna pay for you, da da da. So I had my bank statement, like I had everything in. I was ready for that interview. He never even asked me. He was like, congratulations, and I was like, oh, you wanted what? And then I was like, wait, what did you say? He was like, congratulations, you have the visa. Can I have it? I was like, oh, perfect, thank you. I gave him my passport. I was geeking when I left. And then oh my God, and then my uncle came to pick me up. So I called him and I was like, oh no, I didn't get it. It's okay though, like, just come. And he was like, oh, it's okay, dude, like, I'm coming, da da da. And then he came, and then the people saw me call my best friend. There's like people just standing there.
Yeah.
And they saw me talking to my friend, and I was happy, obviously, like I got the visa. So, and then when he came, like, it didn't even take the man a second. Like the other guy, I opened the door and he was like, congratulations, and I was like, I was trying to prank him, like, what the heck? And then he was like, wait, what? You got it? And he's like, I was like, yeah. And then he's just so happy. We ran a red light because we were so excited. Don't do that. But we were just so excited. We were talking, giggling, and we literally ran a red light. He's such a careful driver too. But yeah, it was a good memory. So that's how.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. Okay, so I think this is the end of this podcast, I would say.
Perfect. It was really nice. I really enjoyed the interview.
Do you want to have like a last word for our viewers? Like, what advice would you have for them? You know, anything at all that you want to like leave them with?
Yes. Okay. So I came from a very what can I say? They're very strict. I have strict parents.
Conservative.
Not only strict. I feel like I was like sheltered. Like I was just brought up with so much love, and like even my school friends, like I grew up with them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then high school, like I don't know, a lot of people have different high school experiences, but for me it was just very like, I love my friends, like, you know what I mean? I had a good high school year, and then my family is also like amazing. So like when I came here, I was really shocked by how people act. Actually, people don't have values and morals, which is so crazy to me, because like, you know what I mean? I have never experienced anything like this. I've never seen anything like this. So it's kind of shocking how people act. So don't trust people that you just met these people. You know what I mean? You just met these people. I'm serious. You met these people, so don't like put too much trust.
No,
you know,
they're
make friends.
They are perspectives. They're not here
No,
yet.
but like when they're here, this is gonna help them. You know what I mean? And also don't procrastinate. Procrastination. This works even if they're in high school. Just get it done. Just do it. Like the sooner the better. I promise. Then what else?
But like, there are good people here actually. Like that.
There are.
Me,
just be careful.
I've
Protect yourself.
I've met a lot of good people here.
Yes. I'm not saying everyone's horrible. It's just that it's like culture shock, you know? I was actually shocked, and that's one of the things that actually, like, if people ask me for advice, that's like one of the things that really comes to my mind, I swear to God, because like you never know people's intentions, and just be good to everyone. Obviously treat people how you want to be treated, but then boundaries are very important.
Definitely.
And like just make sure you don't, like, you know what I mean, share too much with
like
everyone. Oversharing, yeah, that could be like that could be rough.
I think like not sharing what you're not comfortable sharing.
Yeah,
just, like, save you from all this.
Yeah, and like make friends for sure, and then you can build friendships, and then, you know, like normal friendships go, it would just like be better and better and better, and then you'll become like best friends, and then, you know what I mean?
I'm comfortable.
Yeah. And also, if you're a freshman, enjoy it. it's the only, oh my gosh, she's gonna hate me, but it's the only year you're gonna have freedom. Like, honestly, the classes you take, you can focus on the classes you take. They're not gonna be as hard just because you're a freshman, and you know what I mean. You have to take like a required English class. It's not really that hard, guys. So make sure you have fun. Like, go on walks. You know what I mean. You're in a different country. Look around, talk to people, network with people.
Definitely.
You never know how people are gonna help you out in the future. You know what I mean? If something happens, you never know. That one person you said hi at the brew or something might like have the solution to your problem, and they might be willing to help you if you know them. Yeah. So yeah, those are my main.
Okay, and another thing is that if you get accepted, ensure that you explore all the school resources.
Yes.
Those resources are there for you for a reason. So
The gym,
explore them.
the reading writing center, everything is free. And
Don't be ashamed to
so,
go to your writing and reading center. You know, like,
Yeah.
you're not a failure for going there. Right?
Yeah, no.
So they have those people there to help you with your writing, because like this is a new country, and you know, just have to like perfect your writing style to suit the American style.
Yeah. And it's not that hard. They're
No,
very
it's not,
helpful as well. Like, I'm sure like most universities have reading and writing centers, right?
All universities.
Yeah, all universities. So like, yeah, just go say hi. Like, they'll help you out. Yeah.
And
Better
for our
grades.
prospective students coming into thinking of coming to the US, you know, don't procrastinate, as she has said. Plan ahead, make deadlines, create your Common App application, and if you want to apply through the school website, you can also do that at your own will, you know. And if they don't have application fee on their website, you can like try the Common App to see if they have like waivers that you can like use or something like that. And reach out to the program director or like the admission counselors to ask questions if you don't like understand like what your school is about, and you want to like draft your essays based on their school mission or vision, or like ask about scholarships, merit-based, need-based scholarships, and stuff like that. You know, you can also like ask them, or if there will be scholarships for you if you like get admitted into their school. You know, or sometimes you might get more scholarships.
Do your
when
research.
You get admission here. So like do your research as you just said. So see you in my next video. And if you're going to bring Lydia back, ensure that she'll say that in the comments and she'll be ready to come back again to share more of us experience here in the US. So bye.